Whenever the inmate was given his medicine, he would secretly spit it out. Once he was sure no one was watching, he pulled out a bottle of antibiotics, tied it to a piece of fishing line he had hidden, and attached the other end to a molar at the back of his mouth. When he was ready, he swallowed the bottle whole, allowing it to pass into his stomach. Later, he took apart a lighter and placed the flint beneath his fingernail. Then he wrapped a shoelace around his wrist and pressed his thumb against the edge of a table, twisting it until it dislocated. The pain was intense, but he remained silent, clenching his teeth. He understood this might be his only chance to break free. This prisoner, who had taken 2 lives and was expected to spending the rest of his days behind bars, found himself with a sudden and unlikely opportunity. The police captain's son was suffering from leukemia, and by chance, the inmate was the only person whose bone marrow matched. He saw the situation as a rare window to act. The following day, guards escorted him to the hospital where the captain's son was being treated since he was cuffed. He had no way to access his own bone marrow from behind, but while discussing the procedure, he quietly placed the hidden medicine bottle back into his mouth. When the doctor insisted the cuffs be removed, he was strapped to the bed instead. Though the doctor injected him with anesthesia, the man had already broken the bottle in his mouth and taken the antibiotics. Moments later, the doctor noticed something was off. His vital signs showed no sign of sedation. Just as the doctor went to apply a second dose, the inmate burst into action, opening his eyes, leaping from the bed, and setting nearby ethanol ablaze, engulfing a doctor in flames. A guard shot him in the leg just as the police captain arrived, but the man pushed through the pain. He grabbed a defibrillator dove into a laundry chute and emerged in the laundry room below. There, he put on a white coat to pose as a doctor, needing to remove his ankle shackles. He used a medical cart for cover and made his way into another area where he threatened a doctor with a blade and forced him to cut the shackles with a welding torch with the restraints. Off he seized an acetylene tank and ran to the machine room, spraying the flammable gas everywhere. Right then, the police captain entered, demanding surrender without hesitation. The inmate threw down a flame source, triggering a massive explosion that destroyed the machine room, threw the hospital into darkness, and knocked out the surveillance system. Taking full advantage, he covered sharp fence spikes with a tarp and climbed over, smashing a window. With his bare hands, he broke into another part of the building. Avoiding capture, he grabbed an axe, broke through a wall, and crawled into a sewer pipe. When the cover on the other end was removed, he emerged to taste the air of freedom.